Organizations are looking for professionals who can think critically, lead ethically, and solve real-world problems. Whether you're interested in criminal justice, national security, emergency management, or public administration, these careers offer opportunities to make a meaningful difference while building a stable and rewarding profession. Next slide, please. So let's talk a little bit about the Excelsior difference. At Excelsior, we believe earning a degree is about much more than just checking a box on your resume. Our goal is to prepare leaders who can make thoughtful decisions, lead with integrity, and navigate complex challenges. Throughout your public service program, you're going to develop critical thinking, evidence-based decision-making, leadership skills, and the confidence to serve diverse communities. Ultimately, we're preparing graduates not for their next job, but for long-term leadership in public service. Next slide. So let's talk a little bit about our public service program academic pathways. So one of the things that I really like about our programs is that they create a connected pathway for students throughout their careers. You might begin with our associate in criminal justice, continue into the bachelor in criminal justice, or even the bachelor in national security. And you might eventually want to earn a master's in criminal justice or public administration. Wherever you begin, there is a clear pathway to continue growing professionally while building on the education that you've already completed. So this is going to let you learn how to lead organizations and teams, make a meaningful difference, serve communities locally and globally, and really advance your career with confidence. Next slide. So which program is right for you? What program makes the most sense? That really is going to depend on your goals. So if you're looking to begin a career in criminal justice, the associate degree provides a strong foundation. Now, if you're interested in leadership within criminal justice, our bachelor's program would be an excellent choice. Students who are interested in intelligence, homeland security, or global threats might want to choose our bachelor's in national security. And those that are seeking to advance in leadership positions might often continue with their master's in criminal justice or even a master's in public administration. If you're really unsure about where you fit, that's perfectly okay, because our admission team can help you determine the best path for you. Next slide. So let's just look at our programs at a glance. This is just going to provide a quick overview of each of the public service programs. So our associate degrees introduce the criminal justice system, and it really prepares students for entry-level careers or even continued study. Now, the bachelor's program expands into criminology, policing, corrections, and leadership. And our national security program really examines things like intelligence, homeland security, cybersecurity, and emergency management, and all from a multidisciplinary perspective. The Master's of Criminal Justice is really focused on things like leadership, research, ethics, and improving justice systems. Now, the MPA is focused on preparing professionals to lead public agencies or nonprofit organizations through skills like strategic planning, budgeting, collaboration, and ethical leadership. Next slide. So what's the experience like learning at Excelsior? Students often ask, what does the online learning environment really look like? And so our courses are highly interactive, and they're designed around real-world application. Rather than just reading your textbook, students are going to work through things like case studies, applied projects, collaborative discussions, research activities, and faculty-guided learning experiences. Everything is designed to help you immediately apply what you're learning in your current career or prepare you for your next opportunity. Next slide. So at Excelsior, you're going to learn from faculty who understand the industry. Our greatest strength is our faculty. Many continue to work in the professions they teach, so students learn from individuals who understand today's challenge firsthand. And faculty consistently tell us that students are often surprised about how interconnected public service really is. It can bring together leadership, policy, technology, ethics, research, data. You might touch on the law, economics, sociology. Our faculty also let students know that, yes, it is absolutely possible for them to succeed while working full-time and juggling a family and other commitments. That's exactly who our programs are designed for. Next slide. So let's talk a little bit about student success. Our commitment to student success goes beyond the classroom. Our students are going to benefit from experienced faculty, flexible learning, career-focused curriculum, individualized support, and opportunities to build a professional portfolio. So I wanted to call out the quote here in this slide. I like it because the testimonial really reflects something we hear frequently from students, that students appreciate being able to connect classroom projects directly to their professional goals, and they do this while receiving a really meaningful guidance and feedback from our faculty. As you can see in the quote, the student is, this is our Master's in Criminal Justice capstone course the student is talking about. And they talk about how the project really allowed them to build directly on their goals and their related to their profession. And they appreciated the faculty's real-world experience, their engaging instruction, and their timely feedback, and how that made a real meaningful difference in their learning. And they also mentioned how grateful they are for the support, and they were looking forward to building on what they learned after graduation. Next slide. So, where can these degrees take you? Our degrees open doors across a wide range of careers. Criminal justice graduates can pursue roles such as police officers, detectives, investigators, correctional professionals, and probation officers. Our national security graduates often work in intelligence, homeland security, emergency management, and risk analysis. In public administration, our graduates often move into leaderships positions managing cities, nonprofits, government programs, or even public policy initiatives. The really common thread in our programs is that these careers allow our graduates to make a real impact in their communities. So now I'm going to turn it over to our admissions team.
Yeah. Welcome, everyone. My name is Joe. I'm one of the directors in the student financial services world over here. And I just wanted to talk about investing in your future. So here at Excelsior, we do accept various payment methods if you are looking to, fund your education. The first one and the most common one is financial aid. In order to be reviewed for financial aid, you have to complete something known as the free application for federal student aid, which is a free application that allows students to basically have the gateway in order to be reviewed for financial aid to see we at Excelsior what we're able to offer you for funding your courses. Various other options include tuition reimbursement, veterans benefits, cash payments, or payment plans. If you are approved for VA benefits, we do have certifying officials here in our Student Financial Services Department, and they can assist you with making sure your benefits are good to go and allow you to register for your courses. And like I said, we also do take cash payments via credit card, debit card, or if you would like the payments split up, we can also offer payment plans to students. Payment plans are usually for monthly payments. Um, Moving down the line to Excelsior school code, when you are completing the FAFSA, you do have to input our school code. Our school code is directly here on this page, so you can see it. If you don't input our school code into your FAFSA, we will never get that documentation, and it's just going to be lost in the universe somewhere. So if you did think you completed it, definitely reach out to us, and we're able to look up to see if you did actually complete it. In relation to, the mandatory fees that are included, there is an academic services fee, which is $40 per credit hour. There's a technology fee, which is $28 per credit hour. And then there's a graduation fee of $125, which is a one-time fee. Now, if you go through and you complete the degree program and you don't plan to attend graduation, you still have to pay the graduation fee. It does cover the cost of, processing your diploma and basically the final review. Now, you should definitely come to graduation, which is usually the second week in July, because it is a great time, for staff and students to meet and walk across that stage. We also do have corporate and institutional partnerships, which does decrease the amount of tuition that a student is paying. We have tons of different partners. If you're ever curious if, the organization that you work for or the other university that you graduated from is a partner with Excelsior, the link is directly here, which is basically excelsior.edu/partners. But if you want to speak to a live individual, you can certainly reach out to the admissions office and they can discuss, if your organization is a partnership. And then transfer credits to reduce time and cost to completion. And then reduced tuition scholarships for the AS and criminal justice is $350 per credit. Next slide, please. Okay, and then another thing that I did want to talk about is specifically for New York residents for free tuition that could be available to you. So this slide does have a lot of information on it, and I wanted to break it down into 3 different sections. The first section that we're going to talk about is the how it works. So basically what's going to happen is your 100% tuition is going to be covered for eligible students. So eligible students will have any of their types of grants applied first to the cost of their courses. So whether you're eligible for a Pell Grant, and then what will happen is Excelsior is going to cover the remaining cost. We want to make sure, that you don't have to take out loans if you are going to be eligible for this free tuition initiative. And we want to make sure that you can go through school stress-free without having to worry about paying back the loans later on. So any grants and then state aid, of course, which is the tuition assistance program, will be applied, and then Excelsior is going to cover the remaining balance. Now, you're probably wondering, how do I qualify? Do I even qualify? There are 4 initial requirements that are listed here on the bottom left-hand side. Now, these are very high-level requirements, but if you do want to, determine on your own if you are going to be eligible, right on our website, when you go to excelsior.edu, there is a big yellow button that says check your eligibility for the free tuition. You can certainly click on that, but if you also have your smartphone handy, you can scan the QR code in the bottom right-hand side, and it will take you to the same page. Now, back to the left-hand side. The 4 requirements are residency, which is living in New York State, and that's for at least the last 12 months. So this is a requirement for the New York State Tuition Assistance Program, which is a state grant. So if you don't currently live in New York, unfortunately, you would not be eligible for free tuition. However, if you live in another state, you can certainly apply for other scholarships at Excelsior internally or external scholarships as well. The income, the household adjusted gross income of $60,000 or less with at least 1 dependent. Degree level, enroll in any undergraduate associate's or bachelor's degree program. So unfortunately, if you are interested in enrolling into one of those 2 master's degrees that was talked about earlier, you would not be eligible for free tuition. However, like I said, you can still explore other scholarship opportunities via internal or external scholarships. And then lastly, a U.S. citizen or an eligible non-citizen. Then moving over to the right-hand side, the official steps to get you started. So the 4 steps that you'd want to take are, firstly, check to see if you're eligible. So go ahead and scan that QR code. It's going to take you to our website and fill out the questions that are on the form to see if you are going to be eligible. If you are going to be eligible, you can certainly connect with the admissions office and they can talk you through the initial steps before getting you over to Student Financial Services. You want to apply to Excelsior. So you're going to want to submit your application into the degree program. Now, I know we talked about a lot of undergraduate degrees here. If you do have further questions, you can certainly ask in the Q&A or reach out to the admissions office and they can talk you through that as well. Third, you're going to want to submit your FAFSA. So submit the free application for federal student aid with our school code that's directly here on the screen. Moving forward to step 4, which is applying for New York State financial aid. Now, when you are going through the FAFSA, it will usually make the determination that you are a New York resident and then prompt you to complete the New York State TAP or tuition assistance application. Now, if you are button happy clicking like I am, you might go past it quickly. Do not fear. You can certainly go directly to the Higher Education Services Corporation website, which is HESC, and complete the application through there. Not all is lost. Okay. If you do have any questions about, getting started when it comes to the New York State free tuition, you can certainly ask them in the Q&A, or you can reach out to either the admissions office or the Student Financial Services office as well. Next slide, please. There. Need one more. And then we're also holding a Student Financial Services information session. So on August 12th at about 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we are going to be talking about all things Student Financial Services. If you do want to register for that, you can certainly click this QR code or scan it, excuse me, and then you can register and we will see you there. Thank you.
All right, so excuse me. We do request that you contact admissions so we can help walk you through the application process. It is free to apply and only takes a couple minutes. Once we have your application and any transcripts, if applicable, you'll be accepted into the program. If you've done your FAFSA, that's when our financial aid team can start to review your FAFSA application, as well as that's when we will start the credit evaluation, which usually just takes a couple days. And from there, we would be able to see what your overall tuition looks like, if you're eligible for financial aid or scholarships, and we can help walk you through your final steps. Excuse me. And if you're interested in another degree, once you go through your first one, if you're kind of weighing your options between a couple of criminal justice degrees, we're happy to do a secondary evaluation to help you find the best fit for you. Next slide. So the next term is Fall 1, 2026. The courses start on August 31st, and registration always ends the Friday before a term. So in this case, it would be August 28th. Fall 2 is October 26th, with registration ending again the Friday before. You can apply now, even if you want to start for a later term. And then the spring the spring term starts on January 4th. If you have any questions, again, you want to reach out, see what term works best for you, definitely let us know. Most of the courses are 8 weeks long, but we do also have 16-week long options as well.
And we are at the end of our presentation. So thank you all for joining us. If you have any questions, you can go ahead and submit those in the chat now for us to answer. Otherwise, we will go ahead and stop sharing. And thank you all so much for attending. Bye.
Thank you.